What's going on, family? It's your girl Guruji Chastity, and today we are here to talk about why oracle readings are useful for healing trauma. Look, y'all know how we jump things off. I like to start out with my why. I want to tell y'all why I created this video. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Uh, the in me, okay, the in me be like, bro, that stuff don't work. That stuff don't work. Like when I first got into spirituality, the crystals, the the oracle readings, tarot, uh ruins. Let me see. All of that stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's cute. It's cute, but it don't work. Until that shit started working on me, and I said, no, wait a minute. All right, I take it back, Lord. I take it back. Right? And so I used to be skeptical, right, of a lot of I used to be skeptical of a lot of spirituality, and I will say the things that I used to be skeptical in are a lot more fun to share because it's like now I believe that junk, and this is why. It's like, hey, it made a believer out of me, so let me show you how. Let me tell you how. And so we all know I love to share my experience. So boom, reason number one why we here today. Number two, it allows you to take that mystical wisdom down from the heavens and bring it into reality and make it practical, meaning you can use it in your everyday life. I have experienced outside of spirituality just the superficial highs and lows in life. You know what I'm saying? And when things be real high, you be moving and grooving and you be body. Like you be happy, you be believing in yourself. And then the moment you hit a low, it be like, well, I just forgot all about that, you know? And so what I found is that oracle readings allow you to take that information that you received when you felt good, when them emotions was high, when everything was jumping, to a moment when you low, so you can remember you are, because that's the important part. You know what I'm saying? And so, boop. Now that we know why we here, again, we are talking about why oracle readings are useful for healing trauma, and we just gonna get right into it. Number one, this is a divination tool, family. So I personally believe that the reason why so many of us are suffering is because we simply don't know what's going on. We are just moving along in life because somebody said do this, and yes, we know it hurt, but I don't know what else to do, and so it is what it is, right? And that's not really true. Once somebody explains that, like, hey, you can do this a certain way because it means this, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get that. And then you go on and handle your life or move through life accordingly, right? With that new level of awareness. That saying, when you know better, you do better. That's what I be meaning. That's what I'm on, right? And so when we talk about a divination tool, or the reason why I feel the need to express what a divination tool is and how oracle readings work in it in conjunction with healing trauma, is because this is me explaining to you what's going on out here so you can do better, family. All right, so a divination tool means divine. So we're going to start with the first word, divination. The first part of that is divine. The second part, so we acknowledging in it, the second part of that is nation. So divine nation tool. That's what we just said. So divine, we're talking about you, my friend. You are divine. You are a physical manifestation of the non-physical God in which that created you, in which that created all things, right? So that's what we mean when we say divine. When we say nation, we mean this whole thing right here. Did you know that there are individual liver cells that make up the whole liver? Did you know that there are individual kidney cells that make up the whole kidney? So when you start naming all these organs, then you start naming all this other stuff. This is a whole nation of, this is a whole being. You know what I'm saying? So like my liver cell can't be like, yeah, I'm the main liver dude. No, you is a mini piece of something that go for the big something. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we mean by nation. This is one being, but it's a millions, gazillions of beings moving simultaneously to make this call run how it's supposed to run, to make Guruji Chastity come up here and speak to you. Same thing for you, family. Work the same way, right? And so we broke down the etymology of the word. So this is a divine nation tool, which means, like I just said though, peep game, that liver cell, that kidney cell can't speak to me like this. It speak to me in covert ways called dis-ease or healthy. You see what I'm saying? Okay? And so what the real sauce is when we really get into this in a practical term, because now we done talked about the non-physical. That was the woo-woo part of it, the part you can't really see. It's abstract in your mind, and you really just gotta feel it. You gotta know it to be true. I can't show you a liver cell, okay? And I can't show you a million of them working together. I'm sorry, I can't. You just gotta know in your little heart. You gotta find that woo-woo in you that knows this to be true, right? And so practically, we're going practically, okay? That liver cell can't say, hey, my boy, hey, my boy, you need to quit eating that. Or you need to take some time to meditate. Or you don't really feel that. That's not, it can't communicate with you like that, right? So you need tools to express the divine parts of you that cannot communicate with you through your five senses, right? And even half of us, including me, most of us, can't even damn near compute the information that we are receiving from our five senses on a basic level. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we need external practical tools to give voice, to give reason, to give animation to the things that we are feeling, right? Our feeling is our non-physical, our Christ consciousness, our inner child, right? And our external, our conscious mind, right? That's all the other shit. All right. And so look, when we talk about divination tools, essentially, again, I didn't hit it from the woo-woo part, practically, right? When we say divination tool, what we are saying is that we are giving voice to the divine non-speaking parts of you, fam. Okay, we are giving voice to that, and we are communicating with this part of you clearly, right? What I love to tell anybody who gets an oracle reading from me is that we are communing. We are communing directly with your inner child. Meaning, you know, when you had them existential life crisis moments and you drop down to your knees and you say, God, give me an answer. Or take me now. You better figure it out. Right? But you keep living another day and you get more wise and you understand. But in the meantime, when you had dropped down to your knees in that moment, you got the answer you wanted immediately. You probably couldn't see it. You probably couldn't interpret it. It probably took you a minute to what we call process it, right? And so we finna cut out that middleman, right? Which is the processing, which is that the not being able to see it, which is the having to interpret it. Because what's happening is the part of you that you just asked for support. We've been taught that God is a man in the sky, right? But God is the non-physical essence that animates you. Okay? And so when you ask yourself, help me, Lord, come on, what's going on? You normally get that answer, but that part of you can't speak with you in the ways that you're used to communicating, which is through words, through hand gestures, you know what I'm saying, through body language. And so when we use oracle readings or tarot readings, we are using these cards to cut out the middleman, to cut out the confusion, to cut out all of that leg work. Right, that put in the strapping up your bootstraps and hustling and going for it. We cutting all of that out and we talking directly to the inner child in real time. How many of you have had an oracle reading from me or in general, and you would be like, "Was you in my journal or what, cuz? Is you in my room with me right now or what, cuz?" You see what I'm saying? Because it really be like, whoa. And I tell my students all the time, don't be shocked. Don't act like that. Don't be like, oh my God, how does she know? Don't act like that because it's not me. That's the problem. It's not me. It's you. And you over here thinking it's me, right? That's the problem. You thinking it's me, but it's not. It's you. And that's why you be fangirling your own gifts and don't even realize. You be fangirling other readers thinking it's them, but it's not. It's you. It's your own power. It's you communicating to you. But most times, right? Because what I'm doing is I'm practiced. It ain't nothing wrong with it. That don't got to mean nothing about you, about me, about us together. I'll go home and practice how to communicate with me. But your job might be to practice something else for us so we can all heal together. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is when you ask yourself them questions, it don't come back like this. Shut your mouth, do this, listen up, pay attention. You need to love on yourself. You need more gratitude. Like, our inner self don't be communicating with us like this. And so when we say divination tool, you are using me to speak through or speak to your inner child, but it's your inner child that's already then got it handled. Inner child is wise. You know what I'm saying? wise, the non-physical Christ consciousness that lives within you, that most times, because when we say inner child, how do we treat children in real life? Be quiet, I can handle it. I'm the adult, I got it. You don't want to hear what a kid got to say. We rarely do we take in the opinions and information of a kid, because we say we the adult. Of course we know better. And that's booty, because the most wisest part of us is considered the most innocent or the most immature. You see what I'm saying? And so again, when we say divination tool, we are saying the divine parts of ourselves are now being given a voice. And we don't need to fangirl it. You just need to live in your own power, live in your own truth. Realize that this is all happening because of you. You see what I'm saying? This video is happening because of you. Straight up. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have a reason to make a video. The same reason that if it wasn't for you, God wouldn't have no reason. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't make it, God don't make it. So I got to tell it to you, cuz I got to tell it to you. You feel what I'm saying? So boom. Now that we are pretty clear on what a divination tool is, I want to talk about how I facilitate oracle readings that make it very useful and very pertinent to healing trauma, because it's not cut and dry, but it's straight to the point. And that's a lot of times what we want. We just want, if God could come down here and say, look, he ragged it for you. You need to cut her off. You need to stop playing and get up and do this. And then you need to do that. And then you'll be straight. You'll be straight. You got it. We'll be like, my boy, okay. Let's go. And we're going to feel unstoppable because God thyself came down and told me exactly what I needed to do. We all want that. We all want that. Like, I even want that. I just want the answer real quick. You know what I'm saying? Not to say I don't enjoy a little tussle, a little challenge, a little opportunity. Not to say I don't enjoy that, you know. But it's hard out here for a pimp when you trying to get the gas by the rent and a Cadillac and gas money spent. And it's a whole lot of bitches jumping ship. You know what I'm saying? Down here on earth, that's what we talking about. So if we got all that going on, I would suggest we make a game plan to make some shake out here. And that's what we do with the oracle cards. We don't just be flipping the flip. We don't just be asking random questions. We keep a formula on deck, right? So that we are always connecting with ourselves in an intentional and useful way. Okay? Y'all better let me preach on it today, honey. What's going on? I love it. And I will say, every time I come to do a video, y'all probably gonna see a different background. Because again, Hurricane Ian got displaced. I no longer have my own apartment. I am living with a homie and her whole family. And so y'all gonna bear with me until we make some shape, buckle down, hustle, do what we gotta do. Okay? But back to the task at hand. Alright. The three main ways that oracle readings are useful to healing trauma is: number one, it asks, what are you looking to create? That's intention. Intention alone. Recently, I went to church, and I was like, if these don't stop praying, we praying every 5 minutes. But I had to realize, wait a minute, my homie told me religion is ritual, right? Now, I know that most humans only bitch and moan about their experience when it get to the effect. Meaning, ouch, that hurt. Or, ooh, that feel good. We talk about the effect. We tend to believe that it is only at the point in which something does or doesn't feel good that is our first opportunity to participate. And that's not true. Because we know cause and effect is a thing. But we've been taught that the only time we get to participate is in the effect. And that's not true. Man's first cause is intention. So when you set your intentions, you're always privy to the effect because you are a part of it. You see what I'm saying? And so when we ask ourselves, what am I trying to create at every waking moment? You'll never be privy to what's going on in your life. You'll never gotta be shocked because you were there when you got the ball rolling. So when we look at how oracle readings can be useful, the first thing that we're looking at is that it automatically starts off by setting the intentions. And when you set your intentions, essentially what I'm saying is you better check yourself or you wreck yourself, because a lot of times we go about doing stuff off of emotion that we don't even realize we feeling, okay? Because I forgot what I had said because it wasn't me. It was spirit channeling. But I had just said something about us not knowing the instructions to stuff. And that's the reason why we suffering. But once we break down the instructions, that makes sense. So if I say cause and effect is a thing that you are a part of every minute of the day, but I never tell you what it is, I just tell you go for it, and you keep failing, you are going to get upset. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to start procrastinating because you keep having the same experience. You're going to start judging every experience because it keep happening the same way. But the moment I come in and say, this is what caused me, this is what affect me, this is why the shit keep happening to you like this, try something different. You say, well, damn. Okay. And go on about your business. And you start doing it how you want to. That is what setting the intention is. Set the intentions. I'm telling you, family, I know it sounds foolish. Just think about it. I was just complaining like if these, like I pray one more time, I'ma scream. But I had to realize that you literally have to pray before everything because you're setting the intention. You're imbuing it with the desires in which you want to happen. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, you don't have to be shocked. You don't have to be afraid of what's going to happen because you were there and you planted the seed. And so every moment, it's like I'm making me some coffee because I want to feel good. I'm finna sit down and read this book so I can relax. Thank you, God. I'm finna go out into the world so I can have a good time. Bet that. I'm finna sit down and have this meeting so I can figure out a way to collaborate with another human and share my message. Bet that. So I mean, before you do any activity, either say it out loud or say it to yourself. This is what I'm finna do and this is why I'm doing it. That is all prayer is. So when you go to church and you see, like, bro, these people praying every 5 minutes. Notice they're praying before every activity. They pray before announcements. They pray before communion. They pray before the message. They pray before a song. Like, it's just setting the intention so you can always be privy to the effects, and so that you can always have the experience that you want, because that's the whole purpose of this. You are God. You are an extension of the non-physical in the physical, attempting to have a human experience. This whole thing is all about you having the experience. It's not about your physical achievements. It's not about breaking generational curses. It's not about leaving a legacy. It's literally about experiencing to your fullest potential and collecting all the data that you can so you can take it back to big God at the gate, whatever God you believe in. Because the truth of the matter is, God is in every religion. There is information in every religion. What would be the point of God coming down here and saying, like, look, I want to experience all that I am and all that I am not, and I'm going to just put it in one thing for everybody to find? That would not be fun. That would not be a challenge. So God said, and you got religion over here, over there, over there. And every single part of it has a piece of the truth for you to create your ultimate puzzle to get you where you supposed to go. And the first place to start is setting your intention. All right, bet. Now, this is the formula that I use for every single oracle reading. The first Christian. Woo! If y'all don't know, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. And sometimes that country come on out of me. And we I appreciate it, okay? So look, first question that we ask your inner child is, what are you looking to create? Once we know what you're doing and why, once we get clear on your intention, we can be like, oh, okay, bet. When it comes to handling the obstacle, we are more prepared because we already know what you're trying to create in the first place. But half of the time, we go out into the world and say, I want this, I want that. And then we run into obstacles and challenges, and we don't know why we're coming against this particular obstacle or challenge, because we think it's setting the intention is just like some busy work we don't got time for. And I'd rather be in the action of it. The action is the intentions. The play work, the playtime is the actual event. You see what I'm saying? It's not the manifestation that you want. It's the relationship. Okay? It's either the relationship with yourself or the deeper relationship with God. But it's never about the thing. It's never about the physical thing. Okay? So boom. Second question we ask. So we ask your inner child, what are you looking to create? The second question that we ask your inner child is, what obstacle is standing in your way? And depending on the way this card comes up, it can either come up upright or it could come up in reverse. When this card comes up in reverse, and I will say for most of my readings, it comes up as reverse, right? When I get cards that come up upright, you got all the energy from me, because I'm like, you better go. You better go, little human. We love to see it. We love to see it. Okay? I need some water. So, boom. When it come up upright, this is actually a tool. Peep that. You peep that? Because if you creating something, you can either have a tool or you can have an obstacle. So if your second card come up upright, that means we just handling tools. I'm just refining. I'm just affirming what you already feel and know to be true. But I'm putting words to it. I'm your inner child saying, this is what I'm telling you. I know you feel me in here getting groovy, but this is what we really doing. I need you to know so you can actually do it on purpose. You see what I'm saying? Okay? So, when it's upright, it's a tool. When it's reversed, it's an obstacle. So again, a lot of my readings, these cards be coming up in reverse. I don't know about you. I'm not perfect. And the only reason I do stuff like this is so I can get better. And so for me, I love little complexities. I love my little humans, my little students that be having a lot going on. They're my favorite, okay? And so when it come up in reverse, that means it's an obstacle, right? An obstacle means this is something that we have to work through. It's a challenge, right? And so how many, again, I am merging the non-physical, the woo-woo, the emotional with the practical. I'm bringing this mystical wisdom down from the heaven family and making it practical, right? So now when we really look at this, the reason I said that is because I be in the thick of it. Every week or two, I have an existential crisis because in human design, I am a projector and I am an emotional authority. And it's my solar plexus, which means it's in waves. 1 minute I'm fine, next minute, whoosh, crashing waves in the ocean, okay? And I'm in the throes of life. 1 minute I feel like I'm God's gift to earth. Next minute I feel like I'm worthless. I'm a piece of shit and ain't no reason for me to exist. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm going in the waves of all of this, right? It's stuff like this that keeps me grounded and knowing that, like, okay, bet. There's something going on. There's an obstacle afoot. What was I trying to create? What did I ask for that maybe I wasn't paying attention to? Or what happens is I'm already hip to it. I'm already hip to it because I didn't set my intentions. I didn't say, hey, God, get me up out of here. I'm using my real life as an example. Get me up out of here. I'm miserable. I can't find a place where I belong. And I just need to be around people who care about me. What's going on, Lord? Help me. Next thing I know, I'm in a hurricane. In the thick of it. In the throes of life. Right? Sometimes we y'all might have moments where y'all be like, nah, that's doing too much. Oh, that's a coincidence. Not me. Everything matters. Because if I set intentions for every moment, I'm not going to be shocked when it was literally something that uprooted me after what I said. I don't get to choose the how. I just get to choose the what. I get to tell God, hey, big mom, this what I want. I don't get to say, this how you going to bring it to me and we going to do it. I don't get to do that. Right? But as long as I'm setting my intentions, I don't gotta be shocked. I don't gotta be shook of how I got there. There have been a couple of times when I was like, literally a month before the hurricane, I was talking to a childhood friend about going to school to be a chaplain. She went to UPenn. She said, oh, it's amazing. I really think you would love it out there, the culture. Oh my God. I said, sis, it's cold. I'm not going. I look online. I look online, honey. We ain't going up there. And a month later, I am living in Pennsylvania. I don't gotta play shop. I like magic. I don't know about you, but I like magic, okay? And that's the whole point. If you don't want to play magic at home, I don't know why you're on this channel. If you don't like being a magician of your reality, I don't know why you're on this channel, okay? Okay? So boom, that's the second question. Third question we asked, what action can you take now? And again, family, this is the blueprint that I use for every single oracle reading, but I kid you not, you can use this for every single good or bad obstacle, challenge, experience in your life. Okay? When we get clear on the instructions and how things work, we have a much better experience. Again, I teach all the time that the main reason we out here suffering is because we just don't know what's going on. And for some reason, for me, because I have existential crises so much, I just got to know. I just got to know. And so that's what my spiritual journey has been about. Why does hurt me like this? Why does it be hurting my feelings like this? Why I act crazy like this? Why I used to be really passive aggressive. I used to come in a room and if I wasn't happy, ain't nobody happy. And I mean it. And I mean it. You see what I'm saying? And it was trying to figure out, why is that like that? That is weird. What is going on? I don't know about y'all, but y'all don't ever look outside and be like, this is, huh? Like, what is this stuff? It just look weird. Like, I don't know. And we just been taught that this is how things work, and we just do it. Weird. Okay? And so it is in my search for the truth of that weirdness, the truth of not being so separate from everything that I experience externally, that has brought me all of this truth and this wisdom from spirituality. You see what I'm saying? Because again, the truth of the matter is, the more you seek, the more you question, the answer are always there, and they're getting queued up. Right? You just got to be receptive enough to hear it. And it's game plans, it's understandings, it's things like this that help you raise your vibration, to raise your awareness, to receive that answer like that. You see what I'm saying? So boom, the last question we ask in an oracle reading is, what action can you take right here, right now, to do something about it? And essentially what we always deduce is that the one thing that you're working on, this is the obstacle that you better pay attention to, otherwise it's going to knock your house down. And then this is what you got to do to make sure the shit don't fall apart, right? And when I tell you, the oracle readings just be beautiful from that. And so I allow people to ask questions themselves, or to do the Cousin Ruji special, which is the 3-card layout that we just went through. And the reason why this is useful of healing trauma, because it looks at the mind, body, soul complex. Now what that means is, we have a car. This vehicle, this is a car that literally gets me from moment to moment, experience to experience. I get up and I walk my feet and they take me somewhere. I grab a bottle and now I'm experiencing. I open my mouth. Like, this whole thing is a shebang. This skirt top notch on them, cuz. Okay? And then inside this car, it is 2 passengers. My inner child, which is the driver, my non-physical, my Christ consciousness, my feminine energy. Right? And then we have the passenger, my mind, my consciousness, right? My masculine energy, my thinking self, the one who is experiencing it all, right? But the problem is, we done got these 2 folks confused. And your passenger, which is your mind, yelling from the back seat, giving directions to somebody who always know where to go. And 9 times out of 10, take you somewhere better than you ever would have thought that you wanted to go in the first place. You back here yelling shit from the back seat, like, make a left, make a right. And then you get to your destination and you like, this me? This us? Oh, okay. Let's go. Like, swept on me, bro. And so, this is what we mean by all of this. And so when we take oracle readings and we look at the whole human in 3 steps, boy, you can't tell me that ain't hot. You can't tell me that ain't hot. And so that's why I find oracle readings to be so useful to healing trauma. Not to say that tarot readings don't do that, but from my perspective, tarot readings just leave you so high in the mystical wisdom, because what's happening is that them cards don't got no words on them, dog. So when them oracle readers are giving you that message, they are painting a beautiful, deep, abstract message from what they're getting off of your being. That is some magical shit. Okay? Magical. So I can only imagine them emotions is high and you feeling like, oh my God, like, oh, yes, give it to me. Oh, hit me with it some more. Oh, like, it make you feel like that. And for me, as soon as I leave that moment, give me a couple of hours, it's like I'm back to being a chicken-headed hoe. And I don't know about you, but I don't got time. How many times have you been through a pattern over and over and over? And you tell yourself, girl, I'm tired of you. When you gonna get to lesson? Cause what? And so that's been my experience, which is why I like oracle readings, because it allows me to mix the mystical, all of that feel good. I feel amazing. I am God. Order my steps, Lord, type of vibe. And then we can take that same feeling and we can make it tactile. How many times you done felt joy? You done felt just gratitude, but you couldn't make it tactile. That's what I like. Cousin Ruji like to make it practical for you. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what these readings be about. And so if you didn't know, now you know that each full moon and each new moon, I offer oracle readings to support you in building a healthy relationship, cuz, with your inner child. Okay? And so, okay? And so, look, we're coming across a full moon in Taurus right now. Okay? Right now. November 8th, 2022. It is upon us. It's upon us. Okay? And so if you want an oracle reading from your kid, all you got to do is to go to gurujichastity.com or click the link in the description and schedule your reading. Because here's the tea. I won't lie on you, family. Y'all see all this. This is hype. I love doing oracle readings. And so when I say I'm finna show up for you and your inner child, I'm finna show up. Which means I give a lot of energy. I give a lot of intention for this. Not only do you get an audio of your reading, you get a photo of your card spread, and you get a self-care plan that further even takes that shit from mystical down to practical, and you can apply it in your everyday life, right? With the self-care plan. So it'd be really, I'm really about it. Like, I don't play games about this. This my real life, dog. Okay? And so I say all that to say I only offer 10 readings every time I do these cycles. And so typically the full moon is the second week of the month, and then the new moon is the fourth week of the month. And throughout that week, I only offer 10 readings, right? I only offer myself up to what I'm actually capable of supporting, right? I set the intentions to get my 10. I stay attuned to any obstacles that may be in my way, and I peep game on whatever action I can take right here, right now, in the present moment. And I use the oracle cards, which are divination tool, to do so, right? So I don't pull just for you, I pull for myself, because sometimes I be full of shit. Not sometimes, half the time, okay? We're not gonna play on it, right? And so again, if you ready, if you enjoyed this video, first of all, like, subscribe, and comment. Please join me in the conversation. I love when y'all share y'all story. I love when y'all share y'all wisdom. Put me on game and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what worked for you. Tell me what don't. Tell me how I can improve. You know what I'm saying? And so like, subscribe, and comment. But if you are interested in being supported in a much deeper way from your boy, from your girl, right? Let me know. Allow me to support you in an oracle reading, right? It's a great opportunity for you to hear directly from your inner child, to connect with another healer, and for me to just be of support to you, because that's what I'm here for. That's what I was made for. You know what I'm saying? And so, again, the way that you can do that is by going to gurujichastity.com or clicking the link in the description and scheduling your oracle reading. Also, if you catch me on social media, you never know. I do polls. I offer free readings. I offer donation-based readings. And so if you are into this type of guidance, into this type of wisdom, let me know, and I'm always there. Don't you even worry about it, cuz I always got you. Until next time, I love you. Peace out.